To me and my three sisters, she was just mom. But we'd always say she was colder than a coal miner's ass in January. That's not hate, that's just what it was like growing up. And I didn't know until recently how much that shaped me. How that lack of affection affected who I was going to become as a man. A year ago, because of heroic hearts, I went with 8 other veterans to Peru to sit in ceremony with ayahuasca. It was 3 days of ceremonies. I could share hundreds of stories, but I'm going to share one moment that really affected me. We would gather in a maloca, this large wooden structure with a teepee roof, and on this third night in the jungle, it was pitch black. There was a new moon. The only light was a few candles in the middle of the maloca. And the 2 Shipibo healers came in, a male and a female. They sat in the center. They filled the maloca with sacred tobacco smoke. They drank, then each of us moved forward, received our ayahuasca, and moved back to our mat. I was placed near the bathroom. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I was the only injured veteran there. And as I'd get to my mat, I would remove my leg, and I would sit there, bare and vulnerable. I never had to use the bathroom until this last night. And I knew that if I just reached over to my right, I could get the attention of Casey, one of the female facilitators, and she would help me to the bathroom. And as I started to sit up and get her attention, something pushed me back down. I said, "Don't ask for help." I tried again. The urge was stronger. But then this voice, this presence, screamed through my body. "Don't you ask that woman for help." It wasn't fear, it was rage. And I didn't understand it, not yet. And as if divine intervention, suddenly that female Shipibo was sitting before my mat, singing her Icarus, this haunting, beautiful melody that stirred something up inside of me. I was sitting upright, and as she started to sing, I collapsed into the fetal position, sobbing in front of her lap like a child. Not a man, a child desperate for a mother's love. A love that I'd never received growing up. As she finished, she sprayed this mist of sacred water, a blessing. I was shirtless, lying on my back, as I felt that mist hit my body, and I felt something release. And for the first time in my life, I felt comfort in the presence of a woman, not threatened by it. A few moments later, I got the attention of Casey. She helped me to the bathroom, back to my mat. The next day, I shared with her what had happened, that I had no idea that I had this pent-up anger towards women, and that this pain was caused by the woman that gave me life. It's crazy the things we carry and how long we carry it. But that's what trauma does. It creeps into our life, and if we don't face it, it rules us. They call it Mother Ayahuasca. And now I know why. Because in that moment, I felt seen. I felt held. I felt loved. And that love showed me that I deserved love, that I am capable of receiving love. And until I allow that to happen, I can never truly give love. I have since continued to work on my mental health to be a better father, a better husband, and a better man. That night in Peru allowed me to blossom. And for that, I am forever grateful.